Welcome to Listen.
Teacher Chatter.
This is Robin.
And Jill. Can you tell it's the week of
Christmas?
Yeah.
Before Christmas break.
Right. Yes,
Man.
I think so. You can tell by how I look if you're looking online. Oh, I can stand up for anybody that needs to see my
She's
attire.
very Grinchy.
Mm-hmm.
I know you'll be surprised I don't actually have a Grinch outfit.
I was waiting for you to hit me with of course you would have Grinch
You know what?
stuff.
I didn't feel like I needed to say it. I feel like it was a given. But,
It was a given. There you go.
Yes, I need to get me a little Grinch stuff, but
Yeah, I need a hat and a shirt.
Yeah.
That is what I need. A hat and a shirt,
yeah.
and I would feel better. I got my pants at the bin store for like $1, and so I had to buy those. And then you're giving them.
Well, I was actually thinking about the bin store because I bought these. We talked about white elephant gifts, okay?
Yeah.
Well, I bought at the bin store several dog Bluetooth speakers. They look like dogs. And you play music, and so they're kind of fun looking.
Yeah.
And so I got a bunch of them because they were cheap, and I thought, well, I passed out my first one to give away yesterday.
Yeah.
They took it out, and I know why they're at the bin ticket store because they were on the verge of inappropriate. And so I was so embarrassed. And so when you go buy this stuff, you might want to open the package and check it out a little bit.
Well, you
okay?
have to, let you open up the package. But
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what we were talking about with these white elephant
But
gifts.
anyway, I'm jealous of the pants, actually.
You nailed that white elephant gift. Good job.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I was not what I was aiming. That was what I aimed for. So, anyway, and now I still have 5 more to give away. So
5 more?
I bought a bunch.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Anyway.
I guess I know what I'm getting for Christmas.
Right. All right. So before we even get started,
Mm-hmm.
happy birthday.
Oh,
I hope
thanks.
you had an amazing birthday.
I did.
I hope it was great, and
It was very nice.
it was.
I have nothing to complain about with it, just getting closer to another decade.
Which is-
it's fine.
What's
Still-
that? I mean, that's still very young.
I'm still in my 30s, and I can only say that for a little while longer.
I'm
so
still
gonna keep
close to
saying
the
it.
30s.
close to the 30s, yeah.
Actually,
Yep.
I'm actually closer to the other side.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, round down,
round
but
down.
not right.
So,
Okay.
all right. High low.
All right, so I am going to start with my low.
Okay.
And, 'tis the season for children to not feel too well.
Oh, I know.
So, and I say this as a low, but it is just part of life, right? Like, in education, there are things that people don't realize that we do, and we just do it,
Yeah.
and it's part of our job. It's like the mom duty in us when things happen.
Yes.
And I say it's a low, but again, it just is part of the deal. I had a student that got sick in my classroom this last week. And here's the thing, bless his heart, I think he really just had a migraine, and so it wasn't like a sickness, but I hear it.
Stop.
I turn around, and I'm like, uh-oh. So I run to go get the trash can, hear it again, bring the trash can over, and hold the trash can as the kiddo is continuing to get sick in the trash can. Now, I love this child, family, all the things, and I'm holding it, and I'm just thinking, like, but this is part of the job. Like, I'm doing what I've got to do in that moment.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I honestly, I feel like I am a very good team player. I feel like I'm very caring. But when it comes to the stomach, I'm out.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I'm out.
I was fine. I mean, it really
Oh,
didn't
Lord,
bother
no.
me, and maybe it's because of the relationship I have with this kid, or it didn't.
No.
I don't. Those things don't
The
bother
sound,
me. I'm a
the
farm girl.
smell,
I've seen
the
worse.
look. No, I literally like right now. And honestly, it's kind of going around here at our school too. And it's kind of like the lice thing. When you hear somebody has lice, you start itching your head.
Oh, are you
because
saying
because it's something like I haven't felt great this
Will
week.
you
but
throw
I think
up?
if I saw it and smell it, 100%.
if I gagged right now, like
100%. Like you, I would go right now. Like I'm thinking about right now doing it. I don't. It would not be good.
You want to go get the trash can?
You know, one time one of my kids got sick in the car on the way up. This was just last year. And I could smell it. And we were going down the highway. I was hanging outside, and we were heading to a funeral.
Oh.
Outside my door, Dave was having to hold my dress because I was gagging outside just because of it.
Well, my question is, if you would have fell out the window, would he really been able to hold on to you by your dress?
Oh, he went. I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he was just trying to
keep you a little leveled in.
Oh, it's awful.
Wow.
So that was that's big of you.
Yeah, well, it's all
Very
right.
big of you.
Love you, kiddo. Second thing, that is my high.
Okay.
Go on the high. Still sticking on This is actually not a current student, but a former student. Their mom reached out to me this week and let me know that he is still an avid listener of our podcast.
Who is it?
In fact, she said, you need to know that he listens to your podcast on a regular basis. He plays it on his Echo as he's falling asleep each night. Sometimes he wonders how long he stays awake listening. And so I'm giving a shout out to Brian Cale here.
I had Brian too.
Yeah, and
he is the sweetest kid.
Did. She mentioned that. He's like, he still loves you and Mrs. Hammonds very much.
He's the best. They're the best family.
But I just love it.
You know what? Shout out Brian.
Yes.
Maybe we should bring him on.
Hey, there
you know
we go.
What? He deserves
she
it.
sent me that, and it was like a happy birthday message, and then that part, and I was just like,
oh, that's so nice.
It did. So it was one of those just like made my day, and you know, sometimes we don't know who's know who's listening.
No,
sometimes we are very surprised when, you know, what still gets me is when we talk about something on here, and for my mind, a lot of times I still think just you and I.
Yeah, I know. That's how it feels.
And then somebody will come up to me at school and be like, you've got to tell me who it was. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Who wrote that note? And I'm like, what? What? How did you know about that? And they're like, I listened to the podcast. I was like, oh, yeah. Well, it was the situation.
And we laugh how we say we don't really have boundaries. We just share everything. So it's kind of like that. So
I know. So yeah. Anyway,
that's so nice.
Shout out to Brian.
Shout out
you,
to Brian. So nice. You know what? I'm not even gonna have a low this week.
Oh,
you know what?
What, you're not? I feel like that's a lie.
You know, my mom always says.
Let me tell you real quick. This is where Robin is presenting boundaries because I know for a fact that there are some lows from this week, but she's choosing not to share them. So who says we don't have a filter?
You know what? Like my mom always said, if you can't say something nice, just don't say anything at
just
all.
Just act like it didn't happen.
Live in denial. So that's what I'm gonna do. I live in denial and say happy things. So, and my high is just holiday party. I was able to sponsor.
I was like, is that a thing? People are now sponsoring holiday parties. Wow.
Hosting.
Yeah.
One at my house this week, and then this weekend we got to visit Buc-ee's. Have you been there yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so that, and we had a birthday party.
That is an intense place. I just drove by it, and I was like, I thought surely there's not going to be that many cars as I'm driving by on I-44, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. And so it's just so fun getting with friends and laughing and getting away from school and just getting to know people better and just making memories. And that's what I love. And I actually told my group that came on this week, I said, listen, I'm going to start having parties more often.
Yeah.
You don't need a holiday.
Nope.
I'm going to have it every other month.
Yeah. 6 times a year. That's not that many.
No. And we just ordered, I had everybody pitch in $5.
Yeah.
We ordered pizza. I got drinks. And someone brought a dessert. So it didn't cost very much money.
Nope.
No one had to cook.
I'm all about that.
And just had a good time.
I'm all about the no cooking.
I know. Too many things.
I just told my husband the other day, I was like, when I am a grandma and people are coming over and it's like a weekend long thing, I'm like, we're definitely having pizza on the menu a day. Yeah. Like, I'm going to do the least. I don't have to be I stayed doing hours of cooking for this stuff.
Our grandkids and kids, so they're really getting gypped.
You know what?
They won't know any better.
No, they don't know any better. I will buy pizza. I will buy, I don't know, we'll go to Buc-ee's.
Right, listen, I agree.
You can get whatever you want off this section.
Yes. You have $10 to spend. Buy what you want.
They would love that.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, time spent.
It's really fun.
Huge,
it's just, it just makes my heart warm.
Love it. Well, this week we're going to be talking about what it's like.
And I told
this time of year.
Jill, I started a little story. Says was the week before Christmas at the school.
It was a week before Christmas, and all through the halls, everyone was stirring. Even the mouse.
Yes, and the snakes.
And the snakes.
And the squirrel. Because Bruno's back, in case you didn't know.
Shut up.
Yes, he's back. He didn't come in my room, but he's been in other rooms. Yes.
Robin.
And listen, I told Ryan.
Okay, this really is, you're in the pod area that has had all the things. We had a bat in here, and this was just in the 6 years I was in this area. We had a squirrel. We had a bat. Now, for those people that are listening and they're like, higher levels of our district. We think it's funny. It's fine. Okay, we've had spiders and snakes and the bird that fell through.
Listen. So so it's back, and I told my janitor, I said, Ryan, because the first time we heard it was in someone out of the room, and I was like, oh, they're being ridiculous. Then it came closer across the room. I said, listen, if it comes in my room, I expect your bottom to be up in that ceiling fighting it. I was like, everybody else is no big deal. But if it is, Bruno's not allowed.
Yes, he is.
No.
Bruno!
No, Bruno.
Oh, I'm so excited.
No, it's not exciting.
I'm so excited.
Wrong.
You have no idea.
No.
Okay,
Anyway,
well.
So anyway, we're going to talk about things if you are not in the school system, and if you're a parent, and if you are,
you'll understand.
You'll understand, and we probably will get a few amens today, I think. So we're going to tell you what it's like the week before Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
I have my ideas, you have yours.
Yep. Okay.
You go first.
So
your first one.
My first one is the week before. We have all these things for wrapping up grades, right?
That's what was my first one too.
Wrapping up and so it is like a crunch time to get the stuff done. But I'm gonna follow it up with another item on my list because some people take vacations early.
Oh, I know.
So I have all these kids that are gone now.
Yeah.
And they are not getting retakes. They're not. They have incomplete work.
Yeah.
And so that's their grade. Mm-hmm. And some of the our standards close at different points.
Yeah.
And so they're just they've taken a lot of the stuff, but they didn't get to all finish. Yeah. And it's just done.
And there's no way to make it better.
No.
But it's the worst possible time to give a kid a test. And to do these assessments because they don't care, they're hyper, and so you're like, oh my gosh,
But it always comes down to it.
Oh, I know, but
and especially as they get older in the world of education, it's always at the end of the semester.
Always.
And so we had our assessment, our last bigger one last week actually, but then we've got retests. Yeah. So we had our main one done, but now it's this kid struggled with it. Yeah. You got another chance to redo it.
But
I know.
It's crazy.
So it's just it's a lot, and you're not wrong on but what are you supposed to do?
There's no other way to do it. I mean, there's no fixing it.
No,
but it's very stressful.
Yeah, agree.
Number 2, kids are so tired because there's so many outside family things they're doing.
Oh yeah.
So they're going to parties, and they're going to special things at church, or they're going to go look at Christmas lights during the week. So they come in and they're exhausted and they're tired and they're cranky. So. And listen, I'm that way. I'm having parties. I'm going to things. I'm tired as a teacher.
Yeah.
So you come to school the next day and you're like, that's what my party was on Thursday night. When I woke up the Friday morning, I was like, I can't go to school. I'm just tired.
I'm
tired.
Yeah. So it's either that or another one on the list where they are just completely jazzed up.
I know.
Because there's only so many days. And so they are just it's either I'm exhausted or I feel in my world more, it is I am at a level 10 and ready to go. And I'm
jumping off the walls.
Yep. Chill.
Yeah, I think it's either one or the other. We have a lot of those too.
My gosh. So no, that's definitely there.
And what's also not making it any better, which, you go ahead, it's your turn.
That's okay. You want to?
Yeah.
You can go.
Okay.
You can keep going.
I'll be a hog.
That's fine. You want me to just start going, yeah? I'm just here for the Robin show. Is it, are you trying to face me
it wasn't
out?
like your birthday or anything.
Oh my gosh.
I should have let you be the queen bee today.
Stop it. I don't want to be the queen bee.
Is their spirit days on top of all this stuff.
That's on mine.
So we can talk about that. So talk about, and listen.
Yeah.
I plan the spirit days in my school. So I'm to blame. So listen, I'm the one.
Then why aren't yours matching up with mine? Because I have to keep track of 2 different buildings.
Maybe we should try that next year. There's an idea.
Let's go together on this.
That would be nice. But every day is a spirit day.
Every day.
Every day. And kids can't handle it.
I can't handle it.
And I only have so many Christmas things. And listen, again, I'm the one that made the spirit day, so I'm not accusing anyone. Yeah. I'm talking to myself. But it's a lot.
Yours is the 12 days of Christmas.
Yes.
And we have the 12 days of Christmas. And today was the only day that lined up. It was Grinch Day.
Yes.
I have Grinch pants on. That lined up. But it's a lot.
It is.
And I have to look to calendars, and then I try to figure it out. And then I'm like, you know what? I tell my personal children, I'm like, You're on
responsible.
Your own. You're on your own. If you want to do it, do it. Yep. But I'm doing my stuff. But it feels like a lot. And I don't get to wear some of my Christmas shirts because of the spirit days.
Well, I've just been going like
Go
this
and
one's
rogue.
Slay Here, Don't Care, and it's kind of Christmassy, but I didn't go with Grinch because I didn't have Grinch. So I'm just wearing. But yes, I feel like I'm going to revamp that next year because I think I should do like maybe the whole month of December we just do like Wednesdays is the dress up day.
Yeah.
And then have other fun things, but it's not dress up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ours are like the 12 days of kindness. And I like the idea.
No, I do. I
it's
know.
not that, but
Listen,
every dress up day.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I know.
So let's talk about
Okay.
that. Let's talk about that in the future.
And
Yes.
if you plan this in your class, your school, think about it, okay? Just think about it.
I like your idea of like instead of the dress up, like ours actually goes with a kindness. So it's like don't be a Grinch. Give a compliment today.
Yeah. So you can still do it, but you don't have to dress up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But what ends up happening is people focus so much on the dress up part.
They lose the.
Yeah, they don't do the other part.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a good idea. Just extra with it all. Okay. End of the semester, you have people moving and you have people coming in to the building.
Yes.
So currently, like I have kids that I know are not coming back in January. So the thing that people don't realize with that, and this is a little bit more sentimental with it, is so these kids have been with you this entire time. And sometimes these are the kids that tend to move more often with stuff. But like I was telling my team today, like I feel sick to my stomach and like my heart hurts because of knowing some of the kids that are moving and like the amount of time we've invested in those kids. And then like they're just gone.
No.
Like, and even knowing, like, I have a few days to be with these kids, like, it also makes me go, I don't know what their behaviors are going to be like because now they know.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
I mean, and then it's not even that. It's more so much of, like I said, you just invest so much in kids and then they're gone.
I actually was talking to Dr. Wallace this week because I have a kid that is gone for a while. And I told him, I was like, I literally went into a room that had nobody in it. She was working. She was on a break. And I said, I just need to sit here and cry about this a minute. I don't need you to talk to me about it.
Yeah.
But they become your own. Like you love them like your own and you invest in them and you spend so much time with them. It is like your own child moving away. And it is a lot harder than people realize.
Well, and I think it's, like we have harder cases. Like there's kids that are easy peasy with
and you know that they'll go to a new school and be happy and successful. But those ones that you know, we are like, will someone love them as much as I do? Or someone care about them? Or
understand
really be watching? Yes.
Like, will they actually invest in this kid because the kid is worth it?
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's 100%.
And so that's where I am. Like, it's just like like I said, I'm kind of sick about it. And I think that's the part, like, and this happens more frequently than people realize.
Yeah.
Like, and it a lot of times happens right before the big break because they've moved. Sometimes they've moved already.
Yeah.
And they are letting them stay until the end of the semester to have kind of that clean time.
But yes.
But I don't know. I think that's again, just something to be considerate of. And as there are new kids coming in, I also know I have new kids that are coming in January and trying to prepare for that, like realizing they could have been in that same situation or.
And you think it's hard to move in middle of the year where people's already made friends and like all those things. So that's tricky.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I've got one more on my list.
Okay.
Parties. School parties. So everybody's a little different with this. I've had years of like my parents come in and just plan the whole thing. And here's
how's it with middle school? I'd wonder.
Yeah. So I think every pod's kind of different. Like this is the one party we do allow parents to come to. Christmas? We don't open it up all year long for all parties.
Okay.
Because we have 900 kids.
Yeah.
In that building. Anyway, which I don't know. How many you guys have over here?
Like 550.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay. So having said that, yes. So we know that there'll be plenty of parents that want to come, but in our pod, what we've decided to do, it's like an hour. But each one of us is going to have like a station that's like 20 minutes long. And the kids are going to rotate with their parents to the different teachers. Also, so they get to know each one of us a little bit.
I like that idea.
And when they rotate, like I have a room of, we're going to do a Kahoot. And it's going to be like questions the kids would know, questions the parents would know, and kind of have some fun with that. And so it's like 20 minutes. Miller's got they're going to create this tree with like paper and kind of put together almost like a craft thing. And then Eberhard, maybe they're doing an experiment or something. I don't know. Yeah, so that's kind of how we're doing it. And what's even better though, I gotta tell you. So on that day though, we start out with an assembly.
Okay.
Woo, yay! Get them all jazzed up. Then my students go watch a puberty video.
Oh my gosh! What in the world?
Yeah.
How do you squeeze that on some party day? That seems like a weird combination.
Then they're gonna come back and we're gonna have our snacks, and then we're gonna have lunch, and then we're gonna have our party, and then we have a little bit at the end of the day.
Well, awesome! You guys, they can talk about their puberty at the party.
You should have seen when we handed the papers out, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" And I'm like, "They're gonna talk about you're getting armpit hair, okay? It's
okay.
fine. It's shower daily.
Yeah,
like
it's
we're
fine.
good.
It's gonna be good."
Oh, and then some kids are like, "So what is puberty?" And I'm like, "You're gonna find out next Wednesday."
Oh my gosh!
Talk to your parents. And then we'll talk about. I don't have to do it though; the counselors do it.
Well, that's nice.
It is
that
nice.
Is nice.
But I'm not gonna lie, I used to enjoy being in on those conversations, like their faces and what they're learning. And the girls and boys, just so everybody knows, are separated. The boys are learning about the boys stuff, which is mostly your growing hair in your armpits and
your voice changing.
Yeah, some of that stuff. Which some of my kids are like, it's not gonna happen for a while for them.
You got a ways.
And then some of them, it's like, it's fun. 5th grade's fun. And then the girls learn about, what it's like becoming a woman, which is probably why we're doing this more now.
Yes.
But, so that's on that day.
Wow.
And then we have, let's have snacks and lunch.
Like it's a normal day.
With your
mingle. Let's mingle and talk about puberty. That's a really awesome idea. I'm thinking my day sounds better and better that day.
I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
You know what? Sometimes I'm glad it's you, not me. I think I'm where I'm supposed to be. I think I am where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, this is, this is also good because we do figure out where we need to be with it all. But party days, you got to get all that sorted, and it's crazy, all this stuff. Like I just mentioned, that is my day with 10 and 11-year-olds. I'm not going to lie. I did tell my crew, like we were talking about being with our homerooms for the hour, and I'm like, guys, we can't do that. We need to switch this up.
And it's good for them to move around anyway. Yes. I think that's better anyway.
Yes, agree. Well, so all you people that are going through this, we're thinking about you, and all of you people that are not going through all of this, or maybe you have more of a chill time, congratulations.
And if you're a high school or a junior high, just say thank you for it. Because you know what? You're probably not doing parties.
Well, but they're having a grade, all their stuff ended pretty quickly after. I don't know. Maybe am I in that middle world where I'm having to grade all the stuff and have the parties?
So we've really found out that middle school is the worst job you can possibly have.
It's amazing.
You still have to have parties and tons of work.
You know what? It is funny when you talk to people that are at the different levels because we all have these things and amazing parts about our job, and then there are just things that are really tough about the job, and it all evens out somehow.
It does.
You figure out where you're called,
and that's where you're happy.
And that is where you're happy.
Yes.
I will handle the puberty videos and
I will not. So it's all good.
Snacking afterwards, so it's fine.
All right. Well, you know what? Now you know what life is, and you know what? If you are an educator, listen, you can make it. You can do hard things.
You can.
It's almost if you're around us, we only have 3 days with kids and then a work day. So listen. You can make it, and when you're listening to this, you already got up in the morning and you're halfway to school. So, if you will listen to this a week later, you're home in bed. So enjoy yourself.
Mm-hmm. Sleep
in on us. Sleep in.
You know what? I grant you permission. Sleep in.
All right. Well, you know what? I just thought this was a great reminder for our thing. Acts 20:24 said, "My life is worth nothing to me unless I use it for finishing the work assigned to me by Lord Jesus." And so I thought that was such a good reminder because, listen, it is a stressful time. Mm-hmm. You have a billion things to do. You have data sheets galore you have to fill out. You are putting grades in a new system that doesn't even make sense.
One day.
Listen, I'm on my Power School. It's a new program we have. I'm an administrator because of I don't even get on there because I'm afraid I'll ruin people's lives. So listen, it is stressful because I'm like, listen,
I'll ruin people's lives.
I can delete anything, I think.
Oh my
gosh. I'm like, I don't even go on there. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So listen,
No.
I'm not deleting anything. I'm gonna.
Wow. If anybody's missing any of their things, come back
You
to
know what?
Robin.
We're gonna delete this section.
Nope.
I don't want there any record
Nope.
because. My friend Nikki Garner, anything that goes missing in the school, she always says, I think Robin Hammonds have it. She steals things.
Yeah.
Well, this is Rainbow, and that's why I want you to know. But anyway, it is a stressful. There's a lot on the plate. You're tired. Kids are crazy. But listen, you're worth nothing. God has called you to this. You are going to do great things, and that you can do hard things and make it. You stay strong. So just a quick reminder of that.
Yeah, and I think just remember too that some of the kids are having some of those behaviors because they're about to leave their safe place. Like they're not going to have you for those couple of weeks, and that's scary for them.
And they know they get food here. They know they're loved. They have boundaries. They're safe. And so just take a deep breath and just know that there's a reason.
So I think my challenge is going to be like, give your kids a hug.
Yeah.
Give those kids a hug as they leave you. Tell them that you're going to miss them over the break just so that they can get that little dose.
And honestly, take a minute and just say a prayer for each of those kids because you know what? Even those kids that come from good homes and stuff, sometimes we don't know what kids are carrying. Like, sometimes families, there's fighting at Christmas time. There's grief. People have lost loved ones. And so it's the first Christmas without a grandma or grandpa or a mom or dad or brother or sister, or aunt and uncle. And I just think sometimes we forget, we get wrapped up in the excitement. Oh, it's Christmas presents. Everything's wonderful. But there's a lot of sadness that goes around at Christmas time, and there's a lot to balance. And sometimes they're emotionally not mature enough to know how to handle things. And so just kind of say a little prayer for each one of your kids and just realize you're called to be with those kids for a reason, and just kind of take a deep breath and say a little prayer for them. So
love it. Nice
well, listen, we won't see you for a couple weeks, so don't cry.
Yeah.
But
listen to our old episodes.
Listen to it over and over again. We'll see you back at the first of the year. But we hope everyone has a very, very Merry Christmas, and that you get everything you want from Santa and on your list, and that you're not on the naughty list. Some of you might be, but I know, I've seen some of you. So anyway, we hope you have an amazing Christmas. We appreciate all our listeners and all your support, and we just hope you have a Merry Christmas with your family and a Happy New Year. This is Listen.
Teacher Chatter.
This is Robin.
And Jill.